بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسول الكريم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Line number 78. وقبل إسلام أبي هريرة وبعد عمرة القضاء الشهيرة. Before that was the Islam of Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu. After that the well-known Qada Umrah. So these are the several events that are coming to the end of the 7th year after Hijrah. So before the Battle of Khaybar was the acceptance of Islam Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu. Sayyidina Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu is known as Sultan al-Muhaddiseen, the most prolific narrator of hadith. So 4 years before Rasulullah SAW passed away, he radiallahu anhu, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, his tribe came, those tribe, they came and they accepted Islam. They came to meet Rasulullah SAW in Khaybar, although they didn't participate in the battle itself. They did not participate in the battle itself. And Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu is significant because he's a person that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose to be with Rasulullah SAW and narrate the most and memorize the most sayings. And really he's the documenter of Allah gave him such a amazing memory that he documented all the pretty much the most detailed or the most prolific narrator of hadith he was. And he radiallahu anhu, Allah sent him at the time before the end of all the ahkam, all the deen, all the deen is through him is preserved. He's one of the people that this ummah owes a great debt to, radiallahu ta'ala anhu. So when you open up the hadith literature, you'll find that his name is everywhere, radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Allah chose him for this task, and although he came very late, there are thousands of people that become Muslim before him. But he came and he showed something which is an example to the seekers of knowledge today until Qiyamah, based from his time until Qiyamah, that what is the difference between someone who dedicates their time full time and those that dedicate some of their time. And those that dedicate the full time, how they surpass the others. Those who give more effort, make more sacrifice, they'll even surpass the people who've been there for a long time. But it really is a selection of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is qadr, it is an arrangement made Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam, that somebody is there. And that also goes with his the wives. If you see Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, so many marriages, we finished with the last one yesterday, so many marriages were there, and you have a very large amount of documentation or eyewitness account of the personal life of Rasulullah SAW at the end of his life. You don't have that in Makkah Mukarramah as much, because Rasulullah SAW before his Nabuwwah, 25 years of his life, and the first 12, 13 years of his life, he was pretty much just with Khadija radiallahu anha. And his children radiallahu anhunna, his daughters, they were quite younger in age as well. So you have but in Medina Munawwara, you have many wives. Therefore, you have many eyewitness accounts to the personal life and dealings of the Prophet ﷺ in his house, and externally certain people. And the top of that list is Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu, who spent full time memorizing and learning and memorizing the sayings of Rasulullah ﷺ, whatever he heard from Rasulullah ﷺ. So in that way, the Sunnah of Rasulullah ﷺ, the life of Rasulullah ﷺ, is preserved. And this is why the Sunnah, it serves as a primary source in Islam, along with the Quran. The Sunnah has two purposes. First, it's a primary source in its own right, because it's also, Allah says in the Quran, He did not speak sallallahu alaihi wasallam except that which was divine inspired in him. And also it serves a purpose as a commentary of the Quran itself. So the explanation of the Quran, giving the explanation of the Quran. If you remove it, and this is what many sects and groups do, they try to remove it so they can insert themselves into it and give their own spin on deen. May Allah protect us from such shar. وَبَعْدُ عُمْرَةُ الْقَضَى شَهِيرًا. After that was the well-known Qadr. Remember that when he went to Mecca, then they were stopped on the way. The Treaty of Hudaybiyah was done, and Rasulullah SAW had to return back. So in this year, he came back and he completed after Khaybar, the Qada of the previous year's Umrah, went to the Haram and so forth, and did all the actions. وَالرُّسُلُ فِي مُحَرَّمِ الْمُحَرَّمِ أَرْسَلَهُمْ إِلَى الْمُلُوكِ فَعَلَمِ. Messengers in the noblest Muharram. So and he sallallahu alaihi wasallam sent them to the kings So know this. So after the Treaty of Hudaybiyah, when Rasulullah came back, because the hostilities were stopped now, all of a sudden the treaty was signed. And as the treaty was signed, then the Muslims are allowed to move freely throughout Arabia and beyond that. So now they're not looking over their shoulders. So Rasulullah SAW immediately sent certain Sahaba radiallahu anhum. He sent Amr ibn Umayyah al-Damri to Najashi in Habasha, in Abyssinia, with Dihya Kalbi to Qaisar, the Eastern Roman Byzantine Empire, the Eastern Romans, the Roman Emperor Qaisar, Caesar, the king of Rome. Abdullah bin Huzafa Sahmi was sent to Kisra of Persia. Hatib bin Abi Balta'a ila Muqawqis, the rule of Egypt or Alexandria, and others as well. They sent to Bahrain and other places. Messengers were sent throughout the Arabian Peninsula and beyond. So these Sahaba radiallahu anhum who were selected, I had the chance to visit the grave of Dihya Kalbi radiallahu in Palestine, and he was Jibreel alayhi salam used to come in his form when to come visit Rasulullah SAW. And some of those letters have survived; they still exist till today. وأهديت مارية القبطية فيه وفي الثامنة السرية. So he was gifted Maria Qibtiyah. In the 8th was the battle of Mu'ta, which we'll do tomorrow inshallah. But she was gifted Maria Qibtiyah. Maria Qibtiyah was when Muqawqas, although he did not accept Islam, and there's a conversation that's recorded between the Sahabi who was sent, Hatib bin Abi Balta was sent, and he started asking the question about the Prophet ﷺ. Does he win all these battles? And he says sometimes he don't, it's up and down, and sometimes we dominate and sometimes they dominate. And he said that an-nabiyyun yughlab, can a prophet be dominated? Like it was making mockery almost, like, how is it possible? So the Sahabi, the question he asked back, silence Muqawqas, he said, wa ilahun yuslab, can a God be, because they're Christians, because can a God be crucified? You're amazed by a Sahabi, are you amazed by a prophet being dominated, or in a battle, he being overwhelmed in a battle? But you're not amazed by the fact that you believe that a God can be put on two pieces of wood and be crucified in front of humanity. Anyway, so he says, Sakat the Muqawqas, he goes, Muqawqas he silenced him with that one answer. To the point, Muqawqas, he gifted to Rasulullah, he sent two, Sirin and Maria, they were sisters, they were sent as a gift. There was concubines, slave women, they were sent to Rasulullah as a gift, as was a custom at that time. So he gave respect to Rasulullah. He sent other things as well, a mule, a donkey, and other things of his own personal things that he sent as gift to Rasulullah. The slave women accepted Islam on the way to Medina Munawwara, and Rasulullah. Now there is a big discussion about whether the Rasulullah married her. Similarly with Rayhana radiallahu anhu, they definitely accepted Islam. They definitely were Sahabiyat. As for them being the stronger views, that one view is, they consider the stronger views that they were not, they were still concubines, they were slaves, they were never married. Rasulullah didn't marry them. So that is a view. Others' view is that no, Rasulullah freed them and they gave, he did marry them, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So Maria Qibtiyah, she also gave birth to Ibrahim, the Prophet's son, which Rasulullah sallallahu, a lot of grief was caused. He was a child, and he radiallahu anhu, he passed away in infancy like all his sons. And that's the last sort of new, like you said, in terms of relationship or marriages of Rasulullah SAW. This is the last one. The last one confirmed. Even he, the author of the poem, Imam Ibn al-Izz rahimahullah, does not. He leaves it open. It's a gift and doesn't get into debate of whether he was married to her or not. وفي الثامنة السرية, and in the 8th was the battle of Mu'ta. Mu'ta, which is in Jordan today. It's a battle, and the details we'll go through tomorrow inshallah. Sariya, a battle or a expedition, is the one that Rasulullah sent, but he didn't participate in himself. There are discussions about Ghazawat and Sariya and what Saraya, what the definitions of these names are, but he used the word here وفي الثامنة, and the red indicates that a new year has started. So now we're in the 8th year, the beginning of the 8th year, and the first incidents have been discussed. is the Battle of Mota, which we'll complete tomorrow inshallah. May Allah give us understanding. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.